The biosphere is occupied by thousands of living organisms. Adaptation of these living organisms has also entailed the accumulation of an enormous wealth of genetic variability. The genetic resources of plants and animals are indeed the most valuable assets ever nurtured in the biomass. Such a variability of the species is known as biodiversity. Nepal, the Himalayan country, lies in southern part of Asia, covering 0.1% in area of the world, is rich in biodiversity and holds a 25th position in the world. The country, renowned for Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, contains a number of endangered species that are in the verge of extinction, found in different parts of the country. Arun Valley, located in the eastern hills of Nepal, covers a wide range of biodiversity. There are 11 most endangered animal species in the valley. A number of valuable plant species are also identified. A preliminary survey has recorded a total of 325 birds, 3,000 vascular plants, 28 rhododendron, 50 primroses, 45 orchids, 80 fodder trees and shrubs, 60 medicinal and herbal plants, and dozens of edible plant species over there. These globally recognized plant and animal species are endangered because we have paid a little attention to make the local people aware of the essential of biodiversity management and conservation. Rural Reconstruction Nepal (RRN), a NGO working in Nepal, has launched a project entitled Arun Valley Sustainable Resource Use and Management Pilot Demonstration Project, or Avashroom PDP, in the valley since 2001, under the Global Environment Facility and the United Nations Environment Programme (UNEP). It is expected that this program will be a modest contribution to biodiversity management and conservation. This is an integrated program. Some initial impacts are observed during the last 2 years. Lalita, one of the villagers, talks about the contribution of RRN to create awareness among the local people.
यो RRN ले चाहिँ वन जोगाउनु पर्छ, गुडमेल गर्नै पर्ने रहेछ। अब आफ्नो केरे निजी कालना जस्तै यो सामुदायिक वन पनि त्यसै संरक्षण गर्यो भने मात्रै आफुलाई चाहिएको घाँस दाउराहरू पर्याप्त मात्रामा पाइँदो रहेछ भन्ने चाहिँ महिलाहरूलाई पनि अहिले जनचेतना जागेकै छ।
Arun Valley covers most of the areas of Sankhuwasabha district. The district is located in eastern hills of Nepal. It is extended over 3,500 square kilometers. A total of 63% area is covered by forest. The altitude of the area ranges from 457 to 8,470 meters above sea level. Such a geographic variation has resulted in a wider biodiversity. The total population of the district is 159,203. Among them, 81,350 are female and 77,853 are male. Sankhuwasabha is one of the underdeveloped districts in terms of health and education facilities. The women have even low access to these opportunities, though their population is higher than the males. Rapid deforestation has taken place in the area because of poverty, poor education, and lack of awareness. Anthropogenic activities like fuelwood and fodder collection and sifting cultivation were seen to be the factors affecting deforestation. The life of the local people is harder even though there is a great potential resources for livelihood diversification. They have to manage a one-week walk for daily consumption goods. Agriculture and livestock are the basic sources of livelihood. The valley is rich also in agro-biodiversity. Traditional water mills are the only technologies available for food processing. There are few numbers of health posts and schools, and all the people do not have access to these facilities. The quality of health service and education is not maintained due to lack of skilled manpower. This project has been addressing the challenging issues. One of the local school teacher describes the gradual changes that have occurred in the area after the project was introduced.
42-43 सालतिर हेर्दाखेरि यहाँ चैत वैशाखमा उराट लाग्ने जंगल हुन्थ्यो हेर्नुस् उराट लाग्थ्यो सबैतिर धुवा मात्रै जताततै खरिया मात्रै फाड्ने अब किनभने यहाँ चाहिँ यो बुटेन जति छ त्यसमा चाहिँ अब 2 वर्ष 3 वर्ष पछाडी फेरि त्यसलाई चाहिँ रिपिट गरेर फाड्ने अनि त्यस्तो चलन थियो यो आरएनएन संस्थाका कर्मचारीहरू आएर तालिम दिने उहाँहरूले दिनुभयो यसले गर्दा यहाँका हामी सबै उपभोक्ताहरू सबै खुसीछौँ र हामीले वन जंगल पनि सुरक्षित राख्नु पर्नेछ भनेर सबैलाई चाहिँ भावनात्मक अभिवृद्धि जागिसकेको छ.
The working objectives of Arun Valley Sustainable Resource Use and Management Pilot Demonstration Project are to conduct a study on the existing physiogeographic configuration of the valley and to make people aware of the existing development infrastructure within the area and to orient them on the sustainable use of natural resources, to develop and formulate sustainable strategies for livelihood diversification and biodiversity conservation, to make people aware of the significance of indigenous knowledge systems for biodiversity conservation, to identify, manage and conserve the agro-biodiversity for food security and sustainable livelihood, to facilitate the local people in running small businesses and industries based on agriculture and forest products, to establish linkages with government and non-government line agencies in order to formulate the economic and policy options relevant to local knowledge, attitude and practice systems, and to disseminate the experiences and achievements at local, regional and national levels. The project has been conducting biodiversity conservation, small hydropower and income generation, community development and sustainable resource management programs in order to fulfill the objectives in an integrated way. Participatory learning and action methods are applied for need-based program planning, implementation, monitoring and evaluation. Project has also published a range of literature such as pamphlets, brochures and leaflets for wider dissemination of the activities and outputs. Prior to the project, the local people did not get any benefit from the abundant water sources in the valley. After the project, even the remotest villages adjacent to Tibet are electrified. A total of 2.7 kilowatt in Hatia and 2.2 kilowatt hydropower in Pawakola has been produced with the help of peltric sets. 58 households have benefited. It has made a surplus of total of 10,000 kilowatt-hour energy supplied by the forest resources. The baseline study carried out by project has shown that each of the households uses 9,720 kg of fuel wood in Pawakola and 4,620 kg in Hatia annually. The use of fuel wood has decreased after electrification, but in no village, consumption of fuel wood is still high. Two small hydropower programs of 22 and 16 kilowatt have now been started over there to minimize the use of fuel wood. A total of 400 households will benefit after its completion, and this will make a surplus of 1,80,000 kilowatt energy. The surplus energy is planned to use in agro and forest-based processing plants. Now let's observe one of the villagers' Themba Lama's reaction to it.
मर्तेल किन्नु परेन अब केही किन्नु परेन हामी अब काममा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब 6 बजी दिन भनेको फर्केर आएपछि हामी जुगाले खान्छ के पानीले भिज्छ त्यो बिजुली लाइन बाली त्यो बिजुली बालिसकेपछि हामीले चाहिँ धेरै राम्रो सुविस्ता भयो.
Integrated drinking water and irrigation schemes have been run by the project for the multipurpose use of water resources. This way, a single scheme has been providing drinking water, electricity and irrigation. The local people 10 years ago were very happy with an expectation that the much talked of Arun III hydropower scheme would materialize, but this expectation was covered with frost because of the failure of this project. Now, after 10 years, Arun Valley Sustainable Resource Use and Management Pilot Demonstration Project has fulfilled their hopes. Here, Purnadhoz, a local villager, tells the story of how this project has met their expectations.
माइको हाइड्रो आएपछि त्यसमा सुकाउने प्राविधिक ज्ञान प्राप्त हुन्छ भन्ने एउटा कुरा सुनेको छ. त्यसमा धेरै मलाई खुसी लाग्दैछ. त्यहाँबाट त धेरै हालेर हुन्छ, उसले अलैँची सुकाउने पनि भयो. अनि त्यसपछि अलैँचीबाट पनि त्यो अलैँचीको बीचमा त्यो सानो बिरुवाहरू पनि हामी चेक गर्न सक्छौँ. अनि यता हाम्रो त्यो फडानीमा पनि त्यसमा हामी अलिकति गर्न सक्छौँ.
The efforts made to promote and conserve the medicinal and herbal plants are being successful. More than 69 such medicinal plants exist in this area. Local people of Noom, Hatia and Pawakola are becoming aware of the value of these resources and they are participating in herb cultivation. Seedlings of a dozen herb species are grown in plant nurseries established in these villages. Of the species cultivated in the area, commercial farming of Chiraito is most preferred by the local people. In the very beginning, farmers used to buy Chiraito seeds at high price, but nowadays they are able to collect and produce the seeds themselves. Sukhdev Bhutia tells his experience.
संस्था त्यो अरण्य भित्राउनु भन्दा पहिले बिउहरू ल्याउँदा चिराटोको बिरुवाहरू धोक्रो काँदामा हाल्नु नभएर धोक्रोमा उखालेर राति चोर्ने गर्थ्यो. त्यसपछि पुनः अब हामीले सामुदायिक वन गठन उहाँको अरण्य मार्फत भयो. त्यसपछि अहिले हाम्रो एकदम नियमित सीमित रूपमा काम गरिरहेछ. यहाँ हामीले अहिले बुझेको त 2 केजी मात्रै हो, तर हामीले यो गाउँभरि सङ्कलन गर्नु 10-15 केजी नै जम्मा हुने सम्भावना भइसक्यो.
District Forest Office Sankhuwasabha is also committed to manage and conserve biodiversity in general and the endangered herbs and medicinal plants in particular. It has collected various samples of medicinal herbs existing in the area. But the project has emphasized the production of plants of those herbs for mass production. This project has established a collaborative partnership with government line agencies, the District Forest Office and the District Development Committee to make the programs more effective. Seedlings of a total of 15 different species are grown in the plant nurseries established under this project. These include Taxus baccata, Xanthozylum alatum, Daphne species, Rhododendron arboreum, Picrorhiza scrofolia folia, Aconitum palmatum, Astilberry valaris, Elacarpus paricus, Pinus roseburgi, Correspondias axillaris, Michaelia champaca, Nodostysis jatamasi, Barbaris aristata, Ficus lacquor, and Virginia ciliata. Programs for the conservation of other valuable herbs like Yarsa gumba or Cordyceps sinensis and Pans ole or Orchis latifolia are also activated. These plants are being collected and easily marketed because of its high price. His Majesty's government has banned collection of Pans ole and exporting Yashagumba without processing. The local people are very much aware of the importance of management and conservation of these herbs. They are united enough to control the illegal supply of these herbs. They have now learned to participate actively and regularly in the meetings and implement the decisions. They make important decisions about the rules and regulations in relation to herb production, marketing and consumption, and incorporated in the forest constitutions and operational plans. This has made them capable of getting better economic return from herb production. The local villager Dhalbahadur tells us about the opportunities of herbal farming in the area.
पहिलाको लागि त अब जो चाहिँ अगाडि जान्छ उले धेरै लान्थे है र जहाँ जहाँ पाए त्यतै उखुल्थे अब काट्थे तर अहिले गएर चाहिँ हामीले एक वर्ष चाहिँ एउटा ब्लकमा काट्ने अर्को वर्ष अर्को ब्लकमा काट्ने अनि त्यसै गर्दै हुर्काउँदै लाने लैजाने भनेर हामीले यसरी राखेको छ। अरु जडीबुटी पनि यो अफिस आएर मात्रै हामीले अलि थोरै थाहा पाछौं।
In Arun Valley, there are 11 endangered species of wild animals. For the local people, hunting of these wild animals has been the ancestral legacy. Remains of those animals observed in the form of skin, bones, hairs and antler are used for decoration and other various purposes are the evidence. An awareness campaign for the conservation of the endangered species was crucial. That is why this project has been paying much attention to this. The task of ensuring local people had an understanding of the ecosystem and the importance of animals for maintaining the food chain was a major concern of the project. Training and discussions were the regular activities to make the local people aware of environmental protection and biodiversity conservation. As a result, illegal hunting of the wild animals has been controlled. Those who used to hunt wild animals are nowadays participating in the conservation campaign. Let's talk with Ramkumar, a local villager who has been participating in the conservation of this endangered wild species.
पहिला हाम्रो बुवा बाजेहरूले डाँफेहरू पनि प्रशस्तै घर-घरमा नाचिरहेको देख्छ भन्छन् तर अहिले हामीले देखेको छैनन्। अब अनि पिउराहरू कालिसहरू त्यस्तै अरु पनि पाउँछ।
Management and conservation of the forest is a main task to conserve the endangered animal and plant species. Local people have been practicing sifting cultivation. For this, they slash and burn the trees and serves during May-June to grow maize and millet. This helps them meet their subsistence because they do not have enough land for cultivation. In the northern part of the valley, people can grow one crop a year due to temperate climate. They can hardly subsist with the crops grown. This is why they are compelled to practice slash and burn cultivation for their livelihood. This is the most challenging issue, that deforestation must be checked in order to conserve biodiversity. And such a cropping system that is limiting the scope of biodiversity conservation cannot be given up without alternatives to existing food security. This project has tried its best to address this issue. Distribution of seedlings of herbs, medicinal plants and other species from the plant nurseries is highly prioritized in those areas where forest cover has been denuded due to slash and burn practices. Forest constitution and operational plans have been prepared in association with community and forest technical staff of the project. This is a legal document approved by District Forest Officer to manage and conserve community forestry. A total of 228 community forestry have been handed over to the local communities in Sankhuwasabha district. Local farmers are found involved in cardamom cultivation in those community forests owing to the lack of awareness about the importance of forest in biodiversity conservation. The existing practice of cardamom cultivation is impeding regeneration and hampering the growth of younger tree plants on the one hand, and on the other, the forest cover will be denuded once the mature trees are dead. Moreover, the high volume of fuel wood used for drying the cardamom is another repercussion. Research works are continued to explore the best alternative to existing intercultural practices of cardamom cultivation and processing. For example, this project has proposed the use of electric dryers for cardamom processing. The project has been preparing inventories of existing flora and fauna in 6 community forests. These forests are of great value in terms of endangered species. Such inventories will help document the natural heritage and conserve them. Local people will benefit from the conservation programs formulated with the help of these inventories. Arun Valley is rich in terms of forest cover, medicinal plants and herbs, wild animals, water and other natural resources. The local people here have observed several positive impacts of this project. This type of endeavor should be continued in order to sustain the great mission of biodiversity conservation. Chairperson of local community forest user group talks about how they have benefited from project.
उहाँहरूले हामीलाई सहयोग भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ के भन्देखि हामीले वन राम्रो तरिकाले संरक्षण गर्नुपर्ने, जडीबुटी राम्रो तरिकाले के कसो गरेर उत्पादन गर्नुपर्ने हैन। हामीले चाहिँ अलिकति उहाँले चाहिँ सूत्र सुझाव दिएर हामीले पनि त्यही गर्दैछौँ अहिलेसम्म। संस्थाले त्यो गरेको हुँदाखेरि हामीलाई ज्यादा खुसी नै लागेको छ।
There is a great production potentiality of commercially valuable and multi-purpose plant species such as Daphne species for paper making and Girardinia diversifolia for handmade garments. In addition, bamboo and other non-timber forest products are used for handicrafts. Local people could be motivated to conserve the flora of the area because they can meet their livelihood needs through commercial use. Ganga Parajuli, one of the local staff working for the Livelihood Forestry program run by Department for International Development (DFID), describes the changes that have occurred in the area.
सबै पक्ष लागेर वनमा काम नगरेसम्म फेरि पनि जीविकोपार्जन भन्ने कुरा प्रश्न चिन्ह नै हुन्छ। त्यो अर्थमा आरएनए पनि जीविकोपार्जन भनेर नै आइराख्नु छ आरएनएहरु पनि र माथिल्लो बेल्टमा मोस्ट सेन्सिटिभ ठाउँमा निकै चुनौतीपूर्ण काम गर्न माथि जाने गइराख्नु भएको छ। र आरएनएले जे गरेको छ अब माइक्रो हाइड्रोका कुराहरु सँगसँगै लगेको छ, रिसोर्सलाई म्यानेज गर्ने कुराहरु र युजर्सहरुसँग जसरी लाग्नु भएको छ उहाँहरुको इन्टिग्रेटेड निडलाई एड्रेस गर्ने भन्ने कुरा यो चाहिँ नि सराहनीय छ, राम्रो छ।
Arun Valley can be developed as an ecotourism destination too. For this, ecotourism should be coordinated with biodiversity conservation and natural beauty should be well maintained. The livelihoods of the local people thenceforth will be diversified and enriched. Sankhuwasabha district is not linked with the motorable roadheads. The remoteness of the district has added a challenge for both development infrastructure and biodiversity conservation. Local Development Officer of Sankhuwasabha District Development Committee says,
यहाँका चाहिँ अब जडीबुटीका कुराहरुदेखि लिएर यहाँका थुप्रै सम्भावनाहरू छन्। आरआरएन भन्ने संस्था पनि यो वन पैदावार र वातावरणसँग रिलेटेड क्षेत्रमा काम गरेको छ हाम्रो जिल्लामा। उहाँहरूले चाहिँ अब गाउँमा समूह गठन गर्ने, अब सामाजिक परिचालनका कामहरू गर्ने, अब कुनै ठाउँहरुमा वृक्षारोपण गर्ने र कुनै ठाउँहरुमा खानेपानीका योजनाहरू पनि सञ्चालन गर्ने जस्ता कामहरू उहाँहरूले गरेको मैले बुझेको छु। खासगरी अब खानेपानी र सिंचाई र अब वन जंगलको संरक्षण जस्ता कुराहरुमा चाहिँ आरआरएनले सहयोग गरेमा चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्थ्यो र यहाँका जनताहरू अधिकांश जनताहरू लाभान्वित हुन सक्थे।
The Arun Valley is rich also in terms of cultural diversity. There is a great potential for cultural tourism in the area. Different caste and creeds and ethnic groups possess their unique cultural heritage. Such a cultural diversity manifested in their folkways, rituals and customs will definitely play a vital role in promoting cultural tourism. The floral and faunal diversity of the area prove the potential of ecotourism and biodiversity in the area. The project has learned that there is a high potential of eco and cultural tourism to be developed in the future project. Management and conservation of this biological diversity does not only raise the living standard of the local people, but plays a significant role in the protection of the world's environment. This area can also be one significant for studies of the ecology of subsistence. Integrated efforts are a must for the multipurpose utilization of natural resources, biodiversity conservation, and livelihood diversification. Management and utilization of medicinal and aromatic plants, conservation of wild animals, and use of water sources are the great potential in the area. Programs for small hydropower development, food security, women's and Dalits participation are to be strengthened. This type of integrated program intervention by Arun Valley Sustainable Resource Use and Management pilot demonstration project for conserving the biodiversity and for enhancing livelihood is really a landmark contribution as per the needs and priorities of the local people.